What's happened in the last?
I mean,
That's
look at it.
pretty
Look at
even,
it.
man.
Look at it today. I mean, we're losing horribly.
How do you tell?
Go into the community and check the world event tab.
That's
All
the
right,
one.
cool. That's just because I've only played on the first day of it. I'm doing it now, but I
They've,
haven't played since.
they've
We
definitely changed it again, eh?
but no, it's close. I don't
Is
know.
it close?
It's half, or just over halfway, isn't it?
It's over
It's halfway, and there's
We're at
only
we're at hour 1600, and remember, it's still 12 o'clock here in
there's 7 hours left.
Eastern
7 hours.
time. So I don't know.
Well, that's how. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we can only see at this point.
I think they planned it to be a draw, and it's going to hit Zanaris.
Which isn't on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna lose
Yeah,
our.
gonna hit. Where you go?
It's gonna hit Zanaris.
That's what people are hoping. Is it's gonna hit Zanera. What if Tuska becomes our new moon?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, Modmark did say before in the behind the scenes, he said Tuska's orbiting Gillinor, but he's not. He's flying towards it.
Yeah.
So
She.
I think
Maybe he will be orbiting.
So maybe spoiler there. Yeah.
Spoiler.
Maybe
Besides
it
that,
could be-
why would we want to see? Why would we want to see Tuska's ass anyway?
I don't
Oh,
know.
wrong moon.
Are
Wrong
you-
moon.
you-
Sorry,
you-
guys.
You're not a butt guy.
That's no moon.
We maybe it'll be like a satellite, and we can get like cell phones. Gillinor. Sat navs.
Finally, we can use Elder God energy to send instant messages.
Yes.
Offline messages.
Yeah. Finally,
there we
yeah,
go. We figured it out.
yeah, we've done it. All right, quick, someone, let me email RuneScape right now.
No, it's
He's
called
already
Rune Labs,
typing
bro.
on Rune Labs.
Rune
Although I
Labs,
did-
bro. Let's go.
Trying to, and some people, when I say that, some people only want certain rewards. Maybe they only want the World Eater armor. Maybe they only want the ability. You know, some people might do it for 2 weeks and then done. They're just done.
Well, yeah, I'm done with my rewards. I don't want any more rewards. I'm playing it because I should.
Gillinor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm the World Guardian. I mean, I wouldn't be doing my job if Tuska hit the world.
What? I thought I
What
was
I-
the World Guardian.
We're all the World
I
Guardian.
was the World Guardian, man. What's going on?
I'm the World
We're
Guardian.
the World
Conspiracy,
Guardians.
guys.
We're all
Conspiracy
the
theory.
World
Bunch
Guardians.
of Power Rangers.
Whoa, settle down. Sounds like a freaking zoo in here. So anyway, Arman, do you want to get your point in there at all?
Oh, there's nothing they could really do. It's just, of course they were going to adjust it. I just reckon maybe they should have shown us at the top, put a number on there, tell us how much we need. One,
Yeah.
we would have been able to see them changing it. Is probably why they didn't do that. But at the same time, it would just
Or a
make
percentage.
a bit more sense.
Yeah,
Or
a percentage.
Say a
Yeah.
percentage, okay?
A percentage would have been fine. Because there's not even a percentage.
I feel like maybe the code doesn't compensate for itself. Maybe Jagex just types in a different number every day.
That's very well possible.
It is.
We can't discount that. I mean, it's not like we have access to the code. You know, I mean, they could totally just be making all this.
Well, we could have access to the code.
Yeah, like that would ever happen.
We could decompile RuneScape. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll get you right on that.
All right.
That's your summer project, Shadow. Decompile RuneScape.
Got it.
There's a follow-up question here, and it says, you mean the event won't evolve like others? That seems really anticlimactic. The portal on her back seemed to set up a way for her to summon reinforcements, with the community management team having access to various error types, and the parasites could get some adjusted stats, and every few hours Tuska could whip her followers into a frenzy, and you have to help defend the camp from raging Tuscan beasts or something. It just needs some more pizzazz, some more random events, especially some more excitement. Modeg replies, we have plans for a few small things, such as impromptu peekaboo games with Aerith. There won't be anything major coming, as the Tuska team has had to move on to focus on raiding.
Oh,
That sucks.
that's not good.
They can't.
Yeah.
No. Delay raids, okay? I'm sorry.
No.
I love raids. I'm excited for raids. I want raids as much as anybody, but the world event's going on and we should be focusing on it.
I think that they should have thought of this before they released the event.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't need to have moved this team on if they had have finished making the event.
Well, that must be why they're rigging it, because they're like, oh, we can't have Tuska win. We've got no one to program it.
Well, I mean, and I believe eventually here they state that they have a scenario for each one. But again, it's hearsay. You know, we're just trusting that they're telling the truth. You know,
I halfway want Tuska to win. Half of me wants to know what happens if Tuska wins.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So here's a little bit of lore for people. It says, did Tuska annihilate her own planet after ascending? Disclaimer. If there's a canon answer to this, I don't know it. This is what Modeg says. But he says, I doubt it. The only account we have of Tuska is from the Narigi, at which point she is a force to be reckoned with, but not a single-handed world destroyer. The Narigi only had so much trouble because Skagaroth and Sarah Dizzle decided to show up at the same time. This means at the time she ascended, she was probably capable of doing a large amount of damage, but wasn't an annihilation levels of power just yet. Disclaimer, the name Sarah Dizzle, however, is 100% canon, referring to Sarah Doman.
Sounds like something a Snoop Dogg would say.
I know, I love it.
Can I ask you
Line.
a silly question? What's the definition of canon?
Canon means it's official lore, it's how the story progresses.
All right, cool. And then what's the opposite to canon?
Oh, God. Apocrypha.
Nanook.
What'd you say?
Apocrypha is the opposite of canon.
Don't call me that. Thank you very much.
Or apocryphal. Like, for instance, if you wanted, like, I only bring up religion because it's the only way that I know how to, like, put this in a sentence, but, like, the canon books of the New Testament are, like, Mark, John, whatever, Revelations, all that crap. And the Apocrypha are, like, the books that they don't include in there because there's not enough backing up the fact that whether or not it's true. And I will not give my stance on whether I think any. We're going to end it right there. We're going to end that discussion right there. That's just the only way I've ever heard it in a sentence, and that's why I know that to be apocryphal is to be like hearsay, and to be canon is to be like backed up by corroboration. Yeah. So it says here, because we see Zeros as emissary on Tuska, does this mean Zeros has a plan in mind if something goes wrong? Clearly, he's keeping tabs on the event. Modeg replies and says, I like to think Zeros has plans for many situations. I wouldn't always count on him always having the plan in mind that you hope he does, though. He's a tricksy one. So, So Zeros is keeping an eye on the event, but whether or not, I mean, maybe he doesn't give a crap. He doesn't, how much does he really care about saving Gielinor?
I could imagine Tuska just hating the planet and him just being in the background and saying, like, LOL.
It's so like, all right, here's what happens. We lose the event, and then just you picture Zeros riding Tuska off into space with like a cowboy hat in his hand.
Yep. That's what's gonna happen.
That's all, folks.
What would happen if we won 15 days and Tuska won the other 15? Modeg replies, rock, paper, scissors?
No.
Yeah.
Jagex is so funny.
They said at the start.
They think they have plans, but they don't.
They said at the start that there's 3 outcomes.
Yes. You know, I mean, there's a certain class of players who are going to want every single reward, and I feel like that should be reserved for the people who are the most dedicated. And I only say that because, and I'm being completely transparent here, is because I am one of those players, and I feel like I can absolutely do this every single day for 30 days. So I'm clearly being biased, so just throwing that
I'm
out
gonna
there.
do it. I'll be with you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do
Anywho.
it. I'll do it on a Friday. Okay.
Yeah, you can. You're always welcome. Anyone is always welcome to come with us. I try my hardest to get a group going, and I will absolutely do the event more than once a day, even though there are no diminishing returns. Just because I think the event is fun. So if you see me online and you want to do the event, just ask me. Like, if you're alone and you don't want to be alone, despite the fact it's actually, I think, easier to solo the event than to do it with a group. But
Sure is.
but if you want someone to team with and you don't want to team with randoms who might not know what the hell they're doing, so, oh my god, like I do this event on my Iron Man as well. Shadow watched me do it at the exact same time. I did both of them at once, and I got 100% on both. So I'm pretty good.
Multi-logging.
Yeah, well, there's nothing
that.
against. There's no
Hashtag reported.
There's no rule against multi-logging anymore, as long as the accounts don't trade with each other. And being my other account as an Iron Man, that's not physically possible.